Once upon a time, there was a stunning peacock who enjoyed dancing in the rain. He'd open up and fan out his large, colourful iridescent tail feathers as he danced with immense glee and jubilation. Every bird, insect and animal in the forest enjoyed the rain in their own way. As the rain was beating down on the hot summer day, they all started chanting and singing. The peacock started singing too, but his voice was so hoarse and so out of pitch that all the revelry he had had while dancing faded away. While the peacock was drowning in discontent in his ability to sing, a resplendent nightingale started singing with joy while relishing the rain. It had such a melodious voice that it rang and echoed throughout the whole forest from one corner to the other. The peacock heard the nightingale singing and immediately became jealous. He wished he could sing half as gorgeously as the nightingale did, but he knew he just couldn't. He began wondering why he was so cursed to have such a horrible voice, while the nightingale had such an appealing voice. The forest goddess was doing her rounds in the forest that afternoon. She could see the whole forest was filled with joy from receiving rain on a hot, sunny afternoon. However, as she was wandering in the woods, she noticed that the peacock was in distress and sobbing. It was baffling to the goddess that out of all the creatures in the forest, the peacock, who loved dancing in the rain, was in despair. "Why are you upset in such wonderful weather?" the goddess asked the peacock. The peacock complained about his hoarse voice and how unfortunate it was that he couldn't sing as beautifully as the nightingale. "Why does the nightingale have such a melodious voice, but I don't? It is so unfair that I cannot sing in this beautiful weather." The forest goddess listened to the sad peacock and calmly answered, "Everyone is special in their own way. Everyone is born with unique traits and characteristics that help them to shine in their own way. Yes, the nightingale is blessed with mellifluous voice, but you are also blessed with your unique dancing talent. You can dance gracefully, flaunting your beautiful glittering plumage. So do not compare yourself with others. Rather see what you have and make the best out of it. You'll never be happy with yourself if you constantly compare yourself to others." In 1898, Theodore Roosevelt penned these words to his friend: "Comparison is the thief of joy." Now, over a century later, these words ring just as true as when he uttered them more than 100 years ago. When we compare ourselves to others, we focus on what we lack rather than appreciating what we have. We allow jealousy and envy to construct a false illusion. We walk away from these encounters with low self-esteem. While the grass may look greener on the other side of the fence, you'll never see the whole picture of anyone's life. You don't see how hard they've worked. You don't know what they've given up to get where they have. No one is perfect, yet we often hold ourselves to unrealistic standards set by society, media, and social media. We compare our lives behind-the-scenes footage with everyone else's highlight reel and wonder why we don't measure up. In reality, we don't see the challenges and struggles they face every single day. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on self-improvement. Are you better off today than a year or two ago? Are you moving in the right direction towards your personal goals? These are positive comparisons because you objectively compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. It's your life to your own life. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle or your middle to someone else's end. Don't compare the start of your second quarter of life to someone else's third quarter.